What's cracking, fam? All right, the robots are coming. Look, when you see what these things is doing today, I'm telling you, Elon Musk's idea of a robot in every home, you know what I'm saying? Like a CD player or something. I don't know what you like a like a microwave. I don't know, but I think it might be coming. Also, Ariana Grande dropped, and folks are calling it satanic. I'm not sure what she's trying to do, to be honest with you, but we can have a look at it and discuss it amongst ourselves, right? So yeah, before we get started, head over to daddyflirt.com. That's where we starting the new record label, the new not label, but the new industry, right? Yeah, we are the industry now, and we don't like that satanic stuff now, do we? So we are filtering all the Satanism out. We not rocking with that. Hey, I'll go over there and help me learn and teach me what to play. Let me know what to play. Also, exclusive content, lots of fun, prizes, giveaways, all that kind of stuff. And you'll be supporting my work. So do me that one solid and head over to daddyflirt.com. All right. Join up. And plus we got a Discord server over there too. So all y'all can flirt with each other, do your thing. So all that being said, let's get into it. All right, so first up, we got the Usain Bot 6000. This is crazy. Watch this. That's crazy, right? What's that movie iRobot with Will Smith? Remember that? It's coming, fam. It's coming. That's crazy, right? That's just crazy. He owes somebody money. That's funny. But the one that was really killing me is this one here. This is Robot UFC. Check this out. Yes, but it's playing with his head, with no head. That's crazy. I think they're being controlled. It looks like they're being controlled. It doesn't look like they're autonomous. See, look, the taunting. He thought he had one on that one. I just keep tripping off of how these look like that movie iRobot. They all look like iRobot. That's crazy. Look at the white one. Yeah, see the taunting and stuff like that makes you think that it's being controlled, and apparently that was a knockout. But yeah, this is still wow, look at that roundhouse kick. What? Knocked his head off. I mean, I don't want to get kicked with that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. The future is already here, he says. Tombstone or Minotaur with both of their asses. You might be right for now. It happened 50 years ago. No, not like this. You might be right for now. One of them little things might be able to get the better of it, but give it a year. We'll see what you think about it. That's crazy. I love technology kind of stuff, but I don't know if I'm Will Smith and iRobot or not. What do you guys think? That's crazy. All right, so moving from robot boxing to like Ray J and Orlando Brown boxing. Y'all got to see this. This is funny. Okay, so I guess they had beef or something and decided to settle it in the ring. My big question is, I thought he had just come out, Ray J had just come out talking he had heart problems, and yet here he is in the ring doing his thing. So, maybe that was just a fake crash out, for ratings or whatever, like he does. But yeah, let's check it out.
Are they booing?
Yes, they better fight
Who
for
are they
real.
booing?
They
Who are
want
they
some
booing?
fist throwing.
They're ready for Tasiki them.
Oh, you hear Ray J said, come on then. Oh, there's a right hand by Ray J.
Oh, that was a good one. Orlando.
Come on, Orlando, get some blows in there.
Oh, there's another straight right on Ray J.
Okay, Orlando, yeah, get you a couple of. Orlando, get you a couple of. Orlando, get you a couple of.
Come on, Orlando, get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
Crazy.
I'm gonna show you.
Get in there. Get in there.
I'm gonna show you crazy.
Wait,
Oh my
Orlando might
God.
tire
I
himself out.
can't. We can't make this shit up, guys.
No,
We
no, you
can't make
can't.
this up. This is not AI, by the way.
This is a Zeus
This is
production,
not-
y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Are they booing?
I
Yes,
don't know.
they better
If-
fight
Who
for
I
are
don't
real.
know what's
They-
killing me more that this all thing came together, or that there are actually like people and cameras and everything in the audience. Like this was a real thing. What is this? Salida Productions? I mean, I don't know Salida apparently is the one that's doing it, but like that, I mean, they was trying to do it big, right? Like a real boxing match.
Who are they
Some
booing?
fist throwing.
They're ready for Tasiki them.
Oh, you hear Ray J said, come on then. Oh, there's a right hand by Ray J.
That was a good one. Orlando.
Come on, Orlando, get some blows in there.
Oh, there's another straight right on Ray J.
Okay,
That's funny.
Orlando, yeah, get you a couple of. Orlando, get you a couple of. Orlando, get you a couple of.
Come on, Orlando, get in there.
Let him hit you.
Get in there. Get in there.
Crazy.
Oh, God, son, what do you do with this?
I'm gonna show you.
Get in there.
This is like,
I'll show you crazy.
some people say clown world.
Orlando might tire
I
himself out.
can't. We can't make this shit up, guys.
You definitely can't make this up. Such a disgrace to the boxing community. I don't think so. Not even close to entertaining. Definitely entertaining. Both of these middle-aged, out-of-shape dummies are hilarious to watch. They are gasping for air and wheezing. Yeah, that's true. All that is true. Yeah, Fred Sanford. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, it's basically Fred G. Sanford. The funny thing is, Red Fox was not much older than these guys were when he started playing Fred Sanford. So, he looked grizzled and haggard and everything, but he wasn't that old. So, hey, fam, do with that what you will. I just had to show you and get my laughs out. Moving right along, Ariana Grande's new album, Pedal, just dropped. In the promotional video for the album, Grande stumbles out of a hotel room soaked in blood. While dressed up, old women casually clap, and one of them says, "Good for you, bitch." Pure occult symbolism.
Good for you, bitch.
Yeah. Um, I just don't know who it's for. Like, what are we supposed to like about that? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Symbolism only works if people are watching. Why are people still watching this garbage? Yes and no. Yeah, okay. So, you're 100% right that like I mean I watched the video I didn't actually watch the whole video. I watched enough of the video to determine if I liked the song, which I didn't like. Um, but still, in determining whether I like the song, I caught some of that in the video. It's reminiscent of Perez Hilton. It's reminiscent of Kylie Jenner. Um, you know, I don't do hero worship, so I don't really follow any of these people. And I guess what I'm doing is pointing it out to you guys. Like, what is this for? Like, who is this for? Is this, I mean, do you love this? Am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping, if you love this. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't get it. I want to see dancing. I want to see good song. I want to hear good songs. I want to see talent. That's what I want to see. But instead, I'm getting this. Ariana Grande branded satanic as she promotes her beauty brand while covered in fake blood. delicious. So that's my look for the day. The singer has sparked shock after sharing a video from the set of her new music video Pedal while covered in fake blood. Now, again, you got to wonder how much of this is puppetry and how much of this is them actually doing what they want to do. I mean, that's a whole lot to do if you're not really into it, right? Can they really, you know, they talk about how satanic the music industry is, and I was always on the outside looking in. I never really got in, so I can't confirm or deny or say something is or something isn't, but I can definitely tell you what it appears to be. And you know, it's almost like, I mean, if you ask me, it's almost like mocking Jesus on the cross. Like if you think about like the what's that movie? The Last Temptation, not the Last Temptation of Christ, but the one that Mel Gibson did. I forget the name of the movie, but you know how Jesus was all covered in blood and everything. It almost seems as though these artists are doing that in an attempt to mock the crucifixion or something like that. I don't know. I mean, y'all tell me, who is it for though? That's just the question I got. Like, who is it for?
Hey, Ariana Grande here, founder of Ariam Beauty, and this is what's in my bag. Check it out. Today I'm just thinking of doing a grocery run, and I just wanted to show you some of my essentials for my everyday bag. Of course, I have Miss Mercury highlighter. This is a brand new one. It's gorgeous. Best highlight in the entire world. And my lip combo today, since I know you're all wondering, I did a layer of our Blur Butter and Velvet Wine. Love. Sometimes I like to layer my lip products. A great combination is Blur Butter and Glossy Balm. I always carry Fembot with me and Cosmo with me. Today I'm going to go for a little Glossy Balm. Delicious! So that's my look for the day. Hey, Ariana Grande here,
Okay, so as I'm rewatching this actually more appears to be just her doing her thing from the set of her music video. I'm not necessarily condoning it, but the simplest explanation is kind of usually the right one. And it seems like she's just on the set of that music video and she decided to do a little Instagram or TikTok or whatever about her stuff. That's what that looks like. So I'm not necessarily super shocked at that. Watch her weird ass fans try explaining this as totally normally. Yeah, it's not normal. Fuck this bitch. Okay, way too much emotion, Megan's Mole. Like, really? Really? I mean, that's a lot. You got 39 likes on it too, but yeah, when it's like when you hate something, you don't obsess over it, you don't think about it, you just kind of put it out of your mind so you don't got to contemplate it. So that's kind of how I see it. Maybe she should do marketing for Islamic Jihad. Haha, you funny. There's nothing wrong with covering yourself in it. We've all done this at some point. Please. Really? Okay. Oh, so maybe that's sarcasm and I'm missing it. But yeah. But like I said, I wonder how much of this is, what they call that monarch programming and stuff like that, or how much of these artists are really into it. She started young again. We were just talking about Hayden Panettiere and how she started young and how her parents potentially sold her into this kind of business. And we know we've seen that before. That's how, Aaliyah got into it and Rihanna. They were all super, super young and parents had to be shopping them, you know what I'm saying? Had to know what was going down, it seems to me. So, but here is Ariana Grande during her days on Nickelodeon in a variety of inappropriate scenes. Makes you wonder what happened when the cameras weren't rolling. Indeed. Go ahead and have a look at this montage.
Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out. Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato. Come on! Give up the juice!
Be really cute and coy with that, because you're a good spot. All right.
How would she be cute? Like, how would you do it if you were being cute? Oh, that is cute. Can you do that? Can you be as cute as Steve?
So close. So close, but yet so far.
Everybody takes like a step away from me.
Pretty cute, Trev. Pretty cute.
Because your uvula is that swingy thing in the back of your throat right here. Is it possible for a teenage girl to drink water upside down? I'm thirsty! It's not possible!
This morning I was taking out the garbage and I found a dirty cat.
A dirty cat.
So we're gonna bathe that cat.
This is Cat.
Hi!
Tell him what's gonna happen now, cat.
I'm gonna get bathed! Oh my gosh, Sam, let me get the thing! No, quit it, Sam! Ew! Don't leave my feet alone!
Done.
Oh! The most important qualities when you're picking a boyfriend are, no, I can't say that. He should be really nice and smart, and that's all that matters.
Now, this is kind of crazy to me because we, if you don't know about Nickelodeon, a couple of their producers and directors over there got into serious hot water for some shady shit, notably Dan Snyder. But a lot of these guys, they get in trouble for their shit, and then Nickelodeon has them back on to keep working and stuff. So, I mean, it's like it's so crazy. It's like I don't know why I'm at a loss for words today, but I mean, watching that and putting your kids in front of it and stuff like again, that's why we need a new. We just need to let that go and start something new. That's just appropriate. Dan Snyder was the Jeffrey Epstein of Nickelodeon, sick MF. Yes, indeed he was. Yes, he was totally inappropriate. Yeah, there he is with Ariana Grande there. You just get the feeling like she's been targeted and abused. See, this is what I wonder. How much is targeting and abuse and how much of it is they want to be famous? I really feel like these child actors have PTSD. Some of them do. This reminds me of the guy that played Alfalfa in that Little Rascals movie, and he had a story to tell. He was very unhappy with with how things went down on that set. So, there's all that. I don't know. Y'all got to tell me how much of this is them being victimized and how much of it is them enjoying it, enjoying the fame, enjoying the money, enjoying everything else that comes with it. I don't know, fam. I don't know. Speaking of satanic, the latest Spotify ad, fans calling internet witches and selling their souls. I'm sorry. This latest Spotify ad shows fans calling internet witches and selling their souls for concert tickets. So, yeah, there's that too.
I'd call upon my coven of internet witches.
I'd miss my grandma's funeral for this show. Sorry, Mammy.
Don't tell my boss, but I quit my job!
I travel to the ends of the earth to see them live.
I sell my hair for tickets.
I I'd sell my soul.
You do anything to see your favorite artist. You shouldn't have to. This is reserved. 2 tickets saved for real fans. Now's your chance.
Okay, so if
I'd
you
call
have
upon my
questions, like you might wonder, not wonder, but you might say to yourself, look, they're just, making fun and poking holes and whatever, the reason that I can't necessarily let it go is because you never see these things portrayed like with angels and heaven and nice people. I mean, like, persons skipping their funeral, quitting their job, selling their hair, selling their soul, for concert tickets. Let me back up even further than that. Like, why would you do that for concert tickets? I mean, I want to see people live. Live music is one of my favorite things to see, but I'm not selling my soul to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even make any sense. And so when you start adding up everybody putting all these sort of images together, it's like there's no room for anything enlightening, anything high vibrational. Like nobody's doing it. So it makes me think that there's something to it. There's definitely something to it. These demons are very bold these days. Yeah, well, nobody's checking them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's checking them. So, yeah, I guess that would embolden them. Okay, all right. Tupac Shakur's murder trial is finally here, 30 years after infamous hip hop crime. His murder trial is finally here after 30 years, 20 years, something like that. 1996 courtroom showdown. Here's everything you need to know. A jury trial for a man accused of masterminding the murder of Tupac is finally set to start next week. It actually started Monday. Today is the 19th. The Las Vegas drive-by shooting that killed Tupac has long been one of music's great unsolved mysteries, but we already, you know, Keith D is who we all kind of was thought was behind it and everything, but he's finally going on trial is basically what it is. If you know, you know, right? After 3 years of litigation and appeals, the trial will kick off Monday, August 10th, with jury selection in a Las Vegas courtroom. After the jury is picked, the proceedings are expected to run at least 4 weeks. If convicted at the end, Davis, 63, could be sentenced to life in prison without parole. Despite previous statements in which he linked himself to this shooting, Davis now steadfastly maintains his innocence. You was talking way too much, bro. I wasn't in Nevada, period, Davis said with a local television in an interview last week. But apparently they're charging you with mastermind and not participation. So, do with that what you will. On the night of September 7th, 1996. Okay, we don't need to go over that. The killing, which came amid the infamous East Coast, West Coast hip hop feud, was followed months later by the shooting of friend turned rival Notorious B.I.G. Despite rampant theories and rumors, no one was ever charged with either murder. But starting in 2018, Davis began talking about his own involvement in Tupac's killing. The former Crips gang leader in 1990s Los Angeles, Davis gave the media interviews and released a 2019 memoir called Compton Street Legend, in which he admitted he was in a car during the attack and had obtained the .40 handgun that was used. Yeah, he was talking way too much. And we let's not forget about well, I don't want to say nothing for sure, but Diddy's supposed involvement in all this as well. Davis described the shooting as part of a broader gang war between Los Angeles Bloods and Crips that had come to overlap with the hip hop feud. The book didn't say who actually pulled the trigger. From the back seat where both Anderson and DeAndre Dre Smith were seated, both men are now dead, as is the driver of the Cadillac. Those statements came back to haunt him. In 2023, Las Vegas prosecutors secured a grand jury indictment charging Davis with first-degree murder. At an initial hearing, the prosecutor told the judge that the former gang leader had openly acknowledged having ordered the death of the rap legend. He admitted that he was on the ground, on-site commander of the effort to kill Tupac Shakur. Now, again, that doesn't necessarily mean he did it because, people like to take credit for stuff they didn't do. So I'm not saying he's going to be convicted or anything on that. We're going to see how the trial rolls out. But following his arrest, he pleaded not guilty, and attorneys quickly sought to have the charges dismissed. Judge rejected those. Okay, charges dismissed, arguing that a 27-year delay represented an egregious constitutional violation. Oh, no, 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 no. There's no statute of limitations on murder, my bruh. They cited a lack of physical evidence. I could deal with that. The gun in the car were never recovered. Also argued Davis had signed immunity agreements with federal and local law authorities in the years since the killing. Now that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, let me know about that, right? That's interesting. A judge rejected those arguments early last year, prompting an extended appeal in which Davis took his case all the way to the Nevada Supreme Court, but the High Court rejected the appeal in November, clearing the way for next week's trial. Yeah, they don't play with murder, really. So, as the courtroom showdown approached, Davis sought to exclude key evidence from the case, including those damning admissions in his memoir. In doing so, his lawyers argued that he hadn't really written the book himself and that his statements were essentially fictional, aimed at hyping up his image and making money. Yeah, again, he was just talking too much, bro. I don't know what else to say. We're putting way too much credence and value and weight on statements that are made for entertainment purposes only, his attorney said. Okay. But the judge rejected those arguments too, pointing to an interview in which David described the memoir as the real truth. What am I saying? Talking too much, bro. That means prosecutors can directly tell jurors about the statements by Davis in which he seemingly admits to the crime. Okay. And last week, a judge also ruled that jurors can hear a recording of an interview in which Davis discussed the shooting with police in 2008. Defense attorneys had argued detectives promised Davis his statements would be confidential and not used against him, but prosecutors said he waived that argument later by talking about the same events publicly. Yeah, bruh. Again. Again, yeah. You get immunity and then go start talking about it, you lose your immunity. Looming in the background of this coming trial is a civil wrongful death lawsuit filed earlier this year by Tupac's stepbrother. The case resurfaced longstanding rumors that Sean Diddy Combs had been involved in the shooting, claims that the incarcerated rapper has denied for decades. I mean, of course, he's smart enough to keep his mouth shut. That means whatever the verdict for Davis, questions about the Tupac killing could remain unanswered. Beyond the book and the recording, jurors will hear from a slew of testimony. A list of potential witnesses includes Suge Knight, the only other surviving witness, various members of Tupac's family, Reggie Wright Jr., a former head of security at Death Row who Davis has publicly claimed was involved, Yusuf Jah, the co-author of Davis's memoir, Kirk Burroughs, an early exec at Diddy's Bad Boy Records, and Rashina Smith, a girlfriend of Davis' nephew Anderson at the time of the shooting. For his part, Davis has maintained his innocence since the charges were filed. I didn't do it, he insisted during an interview last year with Good Morning America, and they don't have nothing. They know they don't have nothing. They can't even place me out there. They don't have no gun, no car, no Keith D, no nothing. Yeah, they got you and all the crap you was talking. That's what they got, bruh. That's what they got. They got you and all that shit you was talking. So, you should have kept your mouth shut is all I can say. So, we're gonna be following this one, right? See what happens. But yeah, I don't doubt Diddy's involvement in this. Yeah, I don't doubt Diddy's involvement in this. In fact, we're gonna have to go over some Diddy stuff again here pretty soon, but we're not doing that today. All right, so this is interesting to me too. Jamaicans who steal and pillage everything, leaving their countries in mass, are suing Latino artists for reggaeton, claiming it's stolen. We too be allowed to, I don't know what that means, allowed to sue these people, including their African counterparts in cowboy hats. That last sentence didn't make a lot of sense, but this this video is gonna crack you up. A Jamaican band is about to own every reggaeton song. I doubt it, but check it out.
You're not gonna believe this. A Jamaican artist is about to put an entire genre of music out of business. Watch this shit.
I've heard of it before, but a lawsuit against Bad Bunny, Karol G, and dozens of other Latin artists is making a pretty wild claim that essentially every reggaeton song you've ever heard is illegal, and a judge just allowed that case to move ahead. Fire up virtually any reggaeton song and you'll hear the dembow rhythm. It's the boom, boom, It plays basically the sound of reggaeton, a genre that has boomed in recent years. But a lawsuit filed in 2021 claims that Dembo was created by a single 1989 song called Fish Market by the Jamaican reggae duo Steely and Clevie. This case is truly massive. It targets 150 artists over nearly 2,000 songs that they released over the decades. Despacito, Gasolina, you name it. It claims that they're all copyright infringement. If that sounds kind of crazy to you, that's because it kind of is. Experts told me that this case is basically unprecedented, that it would mean that a core piece of an entire genre is privately owned and must be licensed going forward. I think a lot of people are wondering, how would that even work? How would reggaeton exist in its current form if that's the case? Unsurprisingly, attorneys for Bad Bunny and these other defendants have moved to have the case thrown out. They argue that the Dembo rhythm is too common, too basic, too ubiquitous to be something that one person can lock up. But last week, a judge rejected that request, ruling that only a jury can decide this case.
Not just that, but it's ubiquitous now. It wasn't ubiquitous back then. I still don't know how you could copyright a beat, basically, but let's finish this up.
That ruling was basically a punt by the judge. It didn't answer the key questions of the case, but it sent this lawsuit toward years more litigation. That means that anyone working in reggaeton will continue to face this looming threat for the foreseeable future, that a core part of their music might become something that they need to pay for or stop using entirely. As reggaeton continues to grow, with chart-topping hits and Super Bowl halftime shows, this case is quickly becoming a massive open question for the music industry.
Black people are tired of the theft. You steal something from their argument that it's too common. Okay, it's too common. Everything is common, but it all comes down to one source. It always comes from one source. And has the source been compensated? I personally think every time I hear reggaeton, it's called reggaeton. That means it comes from reggae. Every time I hear reggaeton, I'm thinking, hey, why does it sound a little Jamaican? You know what? Go pay my brethren their money.
Okay, so yeah, he's not wrong that they should be compensated, but it kind of reminds me of, okay, so I remember when a song called Keep On Moving came out back in what, like 1990 or something like that, 1990. I forget, Soul to Soul. It came out, and that beat was just so simple, but so perfect. And for a minute after that, like everybody tried to cop that beat. I remember when Teddy Riley came out with New Jack Swing, and for a minute, everybody was writing like New Jack Swing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how, yeah, I don't, if I would, if I were in charge of the case, you know, if it was up to me, I would want that original artist to be compensated heavily, but I don't think you can copyright reggae. You know what I'm saying? Am I missing anything, fam? What do y'all think? So, yeah, lineage matters. Black folks are tired of people getting stolen from. I don't really go all there with it. Yeah, I just think musically, I don't know if you could copyright a beat. You know what I'm saying? That seems a little extra to me, but I do think that the original artists do need to be compensated. So all these reggaeton artists, basically, y'all should have done it on your own. You should have, you know, paid homage or whatever you got to do on your own. But see, at this point, they probably don't even know, because if after the first, you know, after it started becoming popular, everybody just started copying the beat. So yeah. I don't think you copyright a beat. At the same time, I think he needs to be compensated. So we'll see how it all works out, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Last but not least, Tyga puts out his AI album. We just talked about who was it, Doja Cat, saying that he was a penis for doing that. Well, Tyga attempts to silence critics by sharing rehearsal footage of himself singing live for his upcoming shows after people online accused Tyga of using AI for his singing vocals, after Tyga recently revealed he only used AI for production elements such as 80s style synths and guitar parts for his new album Starface. Okay, so as it turns out, he's really not bad.
You spin and took my love. You took it, gave you Rex. You spin it. You took it all. And now you're standing, yeah, you're standing, yeah, you're standing. I'm gone, moving on to the next signing checks. I'm gone, moving on to the next signing checks. I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone. She took it off, she took it off, she took it off.
Yeah, I have definitely heard worse singers, so I'm not really mad at him. The AI thing, using that for your music, I think that, especially once you get to the point where people know your name, that once you get to the point where people know your name, then I think you should be able to pay and compensate other musicians. I don't think you necessarily need AI. Um, music has consistently become more and more isolated. Back in the day there were bands and there were groups and families, and recently as things keep going on, partially with the introduction of electronic sounds, the synthesizer, and how you can start programming your own drums and stuff, people didn't really need all the musicians anymore, but it started to make the songs sound very mechanical in some ways. Actual artists are not always on the beat. Sometimes they're just sliding right under it or just over it. Actual singers are not always on key. Every note is not exactly the same. So, the introduction of the synthesizer and synthetic music is partially to blame for what we're seeing now. And now with AI is drawing from all of that stuff that we've done before, and it can do all of it, even vocals and stuff now, because music more than language is kind of numbers. It's basically numbers and counting and things of that nature, and computers are great at that. So yeah, I think he could probably sing. He sings better than some people I've heard. I'll tell you that flat out. But also, I think, when you don't have to use AI, I don't think you should still be using AI. So that's my take on it. But more than that, I'm always wanting to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments what you think. Yeah, it sounded all right. I don't have a problem with that. Anyway, all right, fam. Log on to daddyflirt.com. All right. Help me build a station that bangs just as hard as all the other ones without the Satanism. I'd appreciate it. Support my work, and I will catch you on the next one, fam. Late.